Wendell and Wild is the new Netflix stop motion animated movie that I've been excited for a number of years. And the reason why is because this film was announced several years ago. I love stop motion. I love all the Leica movies. I love most of Tim Burton's stop motion animated movies, like Frankenweenie, stuff like that. I didn't really like Corpse Bride too much, but I love Wallace and Gromit, Aardman stuff, Shaun the Sheep. I just love the medium in general. So whenever I hear a new one's coming, cool, I'm excited. But also, this film was directed by Henry Selick. Now, if you didn't know, Henry Selick actually directed The Nightmare Before Christmas. A lot of people think it was Tim Burton, but if you actually watch the film, he did it. And he also directed Coraline. So and he had taken a break for it's about 13 years now, and he hadn't made a film in so long that it was just kind of like exciting to see this legend in the field come back and make another movie. Then it was also announced that it was being produced by Jordan Peele, and Jordan Peele, who Get Out, Nope, Us, fantastic stuff. He also did, and it was also announced that he and his friend Keegan Michael Key would also do voices in it, and they're really great voice actors as seen as other movies. So there was just a lot of factors in this movie that got me excited to watch it. So when I turned on to Netflix today to watch this hour and 45-minute movie, you can imagine my disappointment that this movie wasn't very good. That's not to say it's horrible, but it's very boring and very bland, which is so weird to say. Okay, we're talking about a medium of stop motion. Stop motion is an animation style that is anything other than bland. This medium of filmmaking is so hard to do that there are less than 100 movies made in using stop motion techniques. Less than 100. It is just that hard to do, and the people who do it have to have some love or care for the craft because it is just so painfully hard to do. So when you watch a film like this, you're watching going, how does this movie feel so bland? And let's start with the positives, I guess. The animation in this film is gorgeous, like 10 out of 10 beautiful. It looks better than any of his films before Coraline and Before Christmas. It just looks so gorgeous. The demon and hell world that we see just a tiny glimpse of look beautiful, stuff like that. Where this film falters is the main character. First of all, Key and Peele do amazing voices as these demons, but they're not in the movie enough, and every moment that they weren't in the movie, we were following our main girl, who is just so terrible in terms of her writing, her voice acting. The voice actress gives the same delivery no matter the scene, and there are moments where this character has to feel some pretty heavy emotions, and you just do not connect with this character because the voice acting behind it is just awful. And just the story here is not interesting. First of all, this movie's too long. It's an hour and 45 minutes. Could have been an hour and 30. There are very few stop motion movies that actually are over an hour or and a half. And it's crazy that this one is, because I can't imagine why. The story here is not very interesting. None of the characters are very interesting. In fact, I have a hard time kind of even tell you what the plot of it is. Like, Wendell makes some pact with demons to bring back dead people, but it's just like, that plot that I just mentioned takes almost an hour of this film to even start happening. And once it starts happening, it's just like, it's just very, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just boring. Like, this movie's really, really boring. Like, I was very bored throughout this whole movie. I wouldn't say bored throughout the whole experience, because when I first started it, I was somewhat engaged, because I was like, okay, where's this going to go? I want to see if this movie's good, because I love the director's previous movies. But as it went along, I just proceedingly lost interest in this film, because it's a beautiful looking movie, and there's Key and Peele doing incredible voices as these characters, but they're not enough to hold up this movie. They're not even in the movie that much, And also, I think this movie was trying to say something about like social commentary about how like big corporations come in and take over areas of that are poor and don't have a lot of money, and they come in and they, you know, uh, build like prisons and stuff for people uh, that are, belong in prisons, and they don't offer good health care or and like food options and things like that, certain things like that. And there's even a character that somewhat is supposed to look, I think he's supposed to look like Donald Trump. It was hard to tell because like the character is black, and if you know Donald Trump, he isn't black. And then it's like he's in the movie, and this character literally looks like him, and he's a greedy politician. And then it's like he's also golfing on a golf course, which, if you know Donald Trump, he's very known for doing that, for better or for worse. But so it's just weird. It's just weird because I don't like. There is some obvious social commentary in the movie, but I can't tell if it was based on Donald Trump or not. It's a weird coincidence how much he looks like him or what. I don't know. Yeah, this movie was just very confusing. Not only with what it was trying to say and what the movie was, but it was also just boring. And really, like, I don't care if you're trying to make some commentary or not. It's like I just want to know what the commentary is. It's just very confusing. I did not like this movie, and I really hate to say that because I really wanted to love this movie. um, I mean, this is from the director of Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline, and wow, this movie. Boy. Man, this movie is not very good.